Employee training is one of the most critical parts of the employee experience. When a new employee starts his job in a company, they are like a sponge, ready to absorb information about the company, the policies and procedures, their roles and responsibilities. Existing employees also need ongoing training to learn new skills, improve existing ones, and continue to grow over time. In this episode, we are going to learn about the differences between training, education and development, the training programs for freshers to the field, the specialized training programs, and the different methods of training. Training differs from education. While training is concerned with increase in knowledge, skill and abilities of the employee in doing a particular job, it has a narrow aim limited to increase in knowledge and skill. Education, on the other hand, has broader aim in sight and its purpose is to develop the individual. Education is concerned with enhancing general knowledge and motivating one to understand the total environment. It is imparted in schools, colleges and universities. Training is vocational in orientation and is given at the factory or at workplace. The difference between training and education is very narrow when in certain cases training and education are imparted at the same time. Employee development programs conducted by certain organizations fall in this category and are very wide in scope. The difference between training and development. While training refers to instructions provided to increase the knowledge and skill for the current job, development has broader scope and aims at developing an individual in all respects. Training aims at achieving immediate gains for the organization, while development aims at achieving long-term needs of the organization. Organization takes up executive development programs to enhance the capabilities, potential and creative instinct of the managers, enabling them to be more effective in performing various managerial functions to achieve the predetermined goals. Now let us look into the training programs for freshers to the field. The educational institutions can't provide practical knowledge that fits to all related jobs in all organizations, as the practical knowledge vary from job to job and company to company. Colleges and universities give education and knowledge, but skill is lacking. The gap between the theory and practice would hinder the student in his or her learning process as well as during the early days of work life. Universities and colleges work in collaboration with various business houses to provide an opportunity of acquiring practical knowledge to students through various programs like job shadowing, internship, practicum, summer placements and vacation placements. Let us try to know about internship. Internship is one of the on-the-job training methods before employment. Individuals entering industry in skilled trades like machinist, electrician, laboratory technician are provided with thorough instruction through theoretical and practical aspects. For example, Tisco, Telco and Bell select the candidates from polytechnic, engineering colleges and management institutions and provide apprenticeship training. Apprenticeship training programs are jointly sponsored by colleges, universities and industrial organizations to provide the opportunity to students to gain real-life experiences as well as employment. Multinational corporations sometimes fail to procure employees possessing certain latest skills. Then, MNCs recruit college students for 2 months to 2 years on internship projects during their period of studies. Students learn practical aspects of the job while imparting the latest technical and conceptual skills they learnt in the college to the regular employees of the MNC. MNCs have a chance to evaluate the performance of the students and offer full-time job if the performance of the candidates is satisfactory. Similarly, the internship candidates also have a chance to evaluate organizational systems and make a decision to accept the offer of full-time employment. Job shadowing. Job shadowing can be defined as a work experience program where the students take up a job of a regular employee in full or part for a short duration with a view to gain practical knowledge and skills, but not for a regular salary. Students during this program also observe the regular employees while discharging their responsibilities, interacting with customers, colleagues and subordinates, challenges involved in the work situation, working with machineries, tools and others in order to learn the practical aspects. Why is there a need for job shadowing? Job shadowing becomes necessary due to the following reasons. Universities and colleges provide knowledge based on established theories, but may not be practicable in some practical situations. Universities and colleges can't provide practical experience and skills of a range as they normally do not train students for a particular company or organization. Students, when they turn to be employees or entrepreneurs, need practical skills to do. Companies prefer to have candidates as employees with some degree of practical await experience and skills to have better fit between the candidate and the job. Students would like to have career awareness during the student stage for better and decisions immediately after completing their education. To bring alignment between university's curriculum and employment needs of business, as education institutions mostly develop human resources for employment in various business and other organizations. During the job shadowing process, the job shadowed employees share the following information with the students: a little history of the company, products, career or field, and how the field has evolved. The roles and responsibilities in a job. Personal attributes, traits and interests that matches the job. Career ladder in the field. Education requirements and opportunities. Technological impact and how it can act as a tool in the job. Related jobs and careers. Learning more about the career and the experience, the value and enjoyment in the job or career. Questions related to how much money you can make. Job shadowing helps in acquisition of practical skill, knowledge and behavior by the students and can help in the curriculum design by educational institutions. Special training programs. In addition to job training, organizations provide special aspects of training like orientation training, basic skills training, team training and diversity training. Orientation training is also called as induction training. Orientation training is to orient the employee to the new job, organization, superiors, subordinates, customers and colleagues. Organizations conduct new hire celebrations, welcome celebrations, etc. in order to integrate the new employee with the new social and task groups. Normally, HR departments with the help of line managers conduct orientation training. It is actually a socializing process. Basic skills training. Even though the employee possesses certain basic skills, organizations supplement these skills through their training programs. These skills include reading and writing, computing, speaking and listening, problem solving, managing oneself, knowing how to learn, working as a team member, and leadership skills. Team training. Organizations today mostly rely on teamwork and team management to achieve goals. Teamwork is more prevalent in all kinds of activities including production, marketing, customer relationship, supply chain and finance. Teamwork results in synergy and provides greater efficiency for organizational success. Team training is provided to impart process skills and behavioral skills. The following guidelines can help the manager in providing team training. Overtime should be provided for team training. Team development need not be in a linear sequence of forming, storming, norming and performing. providing additional training for new members, using participative exercises for behavioral and process skills. Diversity training. The number of employees from varied ethnic groups as well as diverse backgrounds has been increasing. In fact, diverse backgrounds bring varied knowledge that helps the organization in making accurate and efficient decisions. Organizations need to provide diversity training in order to get the advantages of diversity. Diversity training is of two types, namely, awareness building to enlighten the employees about the benefits of diversity, skill building that provides knowledge, skills and attitudes necessary for working with people of diverse backgrounds. All the dimensions of diversity like race, gender, age, disabilities, lifestyle, culture, education, ideas and backgrounds should be considered in designing the training program. Characteristics of effective diversity training program. A diversity training program to be effective should possess the following characteristics: linking the diversity training to organizational strategies, engaging qualified and experienced trainer, training program reflecting the organizational goals, using appropriate training methodology based on organization and group needs of various diverse groups, documenting individual and organizational benefits, committee for training reflecting all levels and groups, managers made accountable for achieving the goals of the training. Soft skill training and acquiring multiple skills as part of learning and development cannot happen in a single session. Employees need to make time for the training and development programs, and many of them may find it hard to do so. Some might even not be willing to attend the training sessions. The only understandable explanation to the lack of willingness to learn on the employee's part is that there is a sizable gap between how the training is offered and the training methods that employees prefer. While some might prefer to learn on the job or at work, others might wish to learn at their own convenience and pace. Yet others choose to receive training only during times of need. HR needs to come up with a solution to bring all its employees in its fold. According to the nature of job and interests of the employees, training delivery methods consist of techniques and materials used by trainers to structure the learning experiences. Different training delivery methods are better at achieving various learning objectives. During the design phase, the different methods are examined to determine their appropriateness for the learning objectives. Once appropriate methods have been identified, they are applied to the training plan in the development phase. The various training delivery methods can be divided into cognitive and behavioral approaches. Cognitive methods provide information orally or in written form, demonstrate relationships among concepts, and provide the rules for how to do something. They stimulate learning through their impact on cognitive processes and are associated most closely with changes in knowledge and attitudes. The lecture, discussion, e-learning, and to some extent case studies are cognitive methods. Though these types of methods can influence skill development, it is not their strength. Conversely, behavioral methods allow the trainee to practice behavior in a real or simulated fashion. They stimulate learning through experience and are best at skill development and attitude change. Equipment simulators, business games, role plays and in-basket technique, behavior modeling, and to some extent case studies are behavioral methods. Both behavioral and cognitive methods can be used to change attitudes, though they do so through different means. On-the-job training is a combination of many methods and is effective at developing knowledge, skills and attitudes, but is best at the later two. Methods of training and development. The various methods of training and development may be classified as on-the-job methods and off-the-job methods. Experience, coaching, understudy, position rotation, special projects and task forces, committee assignments, and multiple management come under the on-the-job training method. Under the off-the-job methods, selected readings, conferences and seminars, special courses, case study, programmed instruction, brainstorming, in-basket exercise, role-playing, management games, and sensitivity or T-group training. On-the-job training involves learning by doing. It is considered to be an effective approach for making managers more competent. The trainee is motivated to learn because the training takes place in the real job situation. Little additional space and equipment is necessary for training, but neither the trainee nor the trainer are free from the daily pressure of job. The trainer or senior has seldom the time and patience to impart effective training. Experience. This is one of the oldest methods of on-the-job training. It involves learning by doing. It is the most practical and effective method, but it is wasteful and inefficient. Coaching and counseling. Under this method, the senior or superior plays the role of a guide and instructor of the management trainee. He provides personal instruction and guidance. He demonstrates the task operations and answers queries. The trainee observes the superior carefully to learn the necessary skills of the functional area. He mentally visualizes and rehearses the modeled sequence of behavior. He asks the superior questions about different facets of the job. Coaching is one of the oldest and best methods of developing managers on the job. Training takes place in a realistic environment and the trainee is motivated to learn. The senior is in the best position to monitor and develop managerial qualities in the subordinate. But the stress and strain of the daily duties do not permit complete concentration on training. The senior seldom finds enough time and attention for providing training. He may not be properly trained and oriented himself. Understudy or attachment method. When a person is promoted to a higher level, he is given training in the job to which he is to be appointed. He is chosen as a successor to the incumbent who is going to retire or resign. The trainee is attached with the senior and is called as understudy assistant or apprentice. He is given adequate authority to take decisions. He is not penalized for the mistakes committed during the course of learning. He also learns by observing and imitating the superior. The senior routes much of the work through the junior, discusses problems with him, and allows him to participate in the decision-making process as often as possible. The advantages of this method are the trainee is not overburdened with work and at the same time participates in running the work unit. He gets continuous guidance from the senior in gaining insight into the job's content. There is little danger of costly mistakes. Training takes place in real work situation. The trainee gets an opportunity to learn and step into the shoes of the senior before he is actually placed on the higher job. The limitations of this method are the senior has no direct responsibility for training and may not take adequate interest in training or grooming the successor. The deficiencies in the senior are likely to be perpetrated to the junior. The trainee may ignore and might not cooperate with the senior who is going to leave the enterprise. Position rotation. Position rotation is the process of training executives by rotating them through a series of related jobs or positions. The trainee learns several different jobs within a framework or within a unit or department. He performs each job for a specified and limited period. Some companies follow the channel method under which a particular discipline is earmarked for progression of the junior manager. Position rotation is a useful method of training managers. It provides a broader background or a more varied experience than could be provided in a single job. The trainee is exposed to various tasks and viewpoints. This avoids over-specialization and facilitates change. Promotion of highly competent individuals is accelerated and the effectiveness of the organization increases. This provides a greater flexibility in posting and allocation of trainee among departments. For example, when one employee of a work unit is absent, another can perform his job. Position rotation promotes a balanced and informed approach to goals of the organization. Through this method, management can shake up and eliminate vested interests. Trainees develop new contacts and carry fresh ideas, generating innovation and creativity. Each manager's talents are tested in a variety of jobs, which facilitates best utilization of executives' potential talent. A healthy competition is generated among the trainees because each one knows that he must perform well lest his successor should perform better. The disadvantages of position rotation are: frequent changes in job may create dislocation and disruption in work. Different coaches in various jobs may suggest conflicting viewpoints and approaches. A manager takes time to settle down in a new job and is prone to costly errors or wastage. Supervision is needed on moving manager. The trainee does not get complete knowledge of any single job. The new manager may carry out ill-conceived and hasty innovation, resulting in costly experiments. The trainee feels insecure because he or she cannot develop close interpersonal relationship in any one job. Special projects and task forces. Under this method, the trainee is assigned a project closely related to his job. For example, management trainees and accounts may be asked to develop control system. The trainees learn by performing the special assignment not only work procedures but organization relationships too. Sometimes task force is created consisting of executives from different functional areas for the trainees to learn how to work with others. This method has several advantages. No strong groups are formed because the trainee's loyalty is not to any specific project but to his job. Personal equations and prejudices are not allowed to take deep roots. It improves interfunctional understanding and teamwork. It is a very flexible training device. Committee assignments. Under this method, the trainee managers are appointed as members of a committee. The committee deliberates upon and discusses problems of the enterprise. By participating in meetings and discussions, every member learns analytical thinking and decision-making skills. Managers keep abreast of current developments in the respective areas of specialization. Committees provide an opportunity to know what is happening in the rest of the organization. Junior boards or multiple management. This technique was developed by Charles McCormick of Baltimore, USA. Under this, a junior board of executives is constituted. In this board, executives discuss real-life problems, debate different viewpoints and take decisions. The participants learn comprehension, analysis and decision making. This method widens the perspectives of executives and promotes teamwork. But no specific attention is given to the training needs of managers. The discussions may become discursive, lacking purpose or authority. In today's episode, we learned the distinction between training, development and education, and we saw the various ways in which freshers are trained and the special training programs that are organized for development of soft skills and behavioral training, and a host of on-the-job training methods. Now, try out an assignment to prepare a chart of different training methods adopted in organizations for freshers, for special occasions and for normal employee training on the job. So you have to find out which particular type of training or method of training is apt for what type of situation, and also analyze and criticize the drawbacks in each and every method of training. So